Hello. Thanks for joining us again on the channel. Okay, yes, we've tried so many of these. Too many probably. But this one stands out. It caught me off guard. Let's figure out why together. Quick note before we begin. There's a discount link in the description and the top comment if you want to check it out. Now, let's not waste any more time and jump right into the details.
Starting things off, our first reviewer gives us their perspective.
This reviewer, after spending a month with two of these electric bikes, has some key takeaways to share. The initial setup presented a slight learning curve. A metal bar intended to protect the front fork during shipping was not mentioned in the assembly instructions or videos, causing some temporary confusion for a newcomer. However, our reviewer eventually figured out its purpose and removal, with the total assembly taking about half an hour per bike. One of the bikes did arrive with a flat tire that required a new tube, but this user feels confident that with some online research, it will be a straightforward fix. A practical note for new owners is the lack of pre-drilled holes for accessories, so items like bottle and phone holders will need to be clamp-on models. Despite these minor initial hurdles, the experience has been overwhelmingly positive. This electric bike has been a blast to ride, successfully encouraging our reviewer to get out on the road almost daily. The variable pedal assist is a standout feature, offering the flexibility to turn it off for a full workout or engage it for help on hills. While it won't conquer a steep incline on its own, it provides the perfect amount of support. The overall design feels intuitive and well considered, with comfortable handlebars, a good seat, and a sleek, handy display. The ride itself is smooth on both paved roads and light trails. Battery performance is another strong point, though it depends heavily on usage. When using the throttle heavily like on a motorcycle, the battery life is a couple of hours. However, when used as a gentle assist during pedaling, its efficiency is remarkable, lasting for multiple trips and using only a fraction of the power for the same distance. For anyone looking for a fun and well-designed entry point into the world of e-bikes, this ride proves to be an awesome purchase that has plenty of pep to get you moving.
Excellent. Let's find out what our next reviewer has to share about their experience.
This reviewer found this electric mountain bike to be impressively well built and sturdy, with a powerful motor that delivers on its promises. Our reviewer was particularly pleased with the performance, noting that the acceleration is fantastic and the top speed can even exceed the advertised limit, sometimes reaching around 30 miles per hour. The only real performance drawback mentioned was the braking system. While the brakes worked decently for casual riding, this client found them to be a bit weak and prone to squeaking, advising caution when trying to make a quick stop from high speeds. The setup process, however, presented some challenges. The user's package arrived without an instruction manual, which meant they had to figure out assembly on their own. The sheer weight of the electric bike also made it a difficult task for one person. While not overly complex, it wasn't a simple, straightforward build. The most significant source of frustration for the customer was the front light. They described the design as completely nonsensical, held in by a single, oddly placed screw that caused the light to constantly pop out of its housing. Despite these issues, several practical features stood out. The inclusion of a rear rack for storage was a major plus, offering utility that our reviewer appreciated. The adjustable seat was another key point, as its customizability is crucial for a comfortable ride over any significant distance. The battery life also earned praise, providing a solid range of about 30 miles on a full charge, even when riding fast and relying entirely on the motor. Ultimately, while acknowledging that other e-bikes might be superior in certain aspects, this client feels this machine is an excellent value. The frustrations are overshadowed by the sheer joy and satisfaction of cruising down the street on such a powerful and capable ride.
Awesome. Let's hear what our next reviewer has to share about their experience.
This reviewer is thoroughly impressed with this electric bike, especially as it's their second foray into the world of e-bikes. They do, however, offer a significant heads-up for prospective buyers regarding rider height. At 57 and 76 years old, they found mounting this bike a bit of a challenge, suggesting that riders should ideally be at least 58 tall to comfortably swing a leg over. Assembly surprisingly proved to be far simpler than their previous experience, even though the included manual wasn't perfectly clear with initial setup instructions. However, the manual did shine when it came to detailing how to adjust the various operational settings, though some of that detail was quite advanced for our reviewer. Once assembled, this bike proved to be quite durable and offered a genuinely fun and pleasurable ride. A key reason for choosing this particular model was its fat tires, which our reviewer confirms make a noticeable difference in ride quality. They observed that these fatter tires only require around 20 psi, significantly less than the 30-45 psi typically found in the narrower tires of their previous electric bike. The optional rear rack was a valuable addition, proving quite handy for carrying items. In terms of performance, this bike easily reached speeds of about 28 mph, which our reviewer found more than adequate for their needs, typically cruising at lower power assist levels and middle gear settings. One important factor for anyone considering this bike is its weight. With the battery installed, it comes in at approximately 89 pounds. Our reviewer noted that this makes it quite heavy and somewhat difficult to maneuver, particularly when storing it in a confined space like the back of a garage. To enhance their riding experience, this client added several personal touches, including a phone holder, a bell, and a light switch for existing signal lights. They even needed to add an additional bar to the handlebars to accommodate all these accessos.
That's it for today's review. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more content like this. I'd love to hear your thoughts, so drop a comment below and let's chat. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.